Are you looking for a way to get an alternative teaching license? Well, you've come to the right place. I am going to read an article from study.com. So if you don't know me, my name is Teacher Kelly Tagg. I have been a para, a substitute teacher, and an online teacher, and now I am working in public school trying to get my alternative teaching license. So I'm going to not only read the article, but I'm going to give my commentary as someone who is in the middle of getting an alternative teaching license. Advice to educators pursuing an alternative teaching certification by study.com. Alternative teacher certification offers opportunities for aspiring educators with backgrounds outside of education. If you're taking a non-traditional path to your classroom career, consider these suggestions. Map out the road ahead. The first step in your journey is research. It will be one of the keys to your success, and skipping this fundamental step would create an enormous roadblock. Start by learning the criteria for teaching in your state. This will help you determine which type of alternative certification you can pursue. When you're ready to choose the certification program, you'll need to make sure that it meets your state-specific requirements. Okay, so before I move on, let me just make a comment with that one. First of all, check with your individual county, because my county is sending me through a certification and they're taking care of everything. And the only reason I'm telling you this is because maybe you're going to go do all that research for no reason. So they're doing like a cohort, they're paying for half my certification, and they set up everything. They enroll you in the classes, they tell you what classes to take. You're with a certain teachers, you're with the same group of students all throughout the certification, and the program runs 2 years. So just letting you know that before you go and do all this research, that maybe your county or state might already do that for you. Find the formula that works for you. Once you know which programs meet your state requirements, you'll find a variety of options. All right, so consider time commitment. They can vary greatly in length. Your schedule will be impacted for weeks, months, or even years from the time you start. Will you be working while getting your certification? How much time can you afford to spend on your studies? Are there potential conflicts with your family life? Before you enter into a program, think about how you will manage the stress of the additional workload. All right, so the good thing about mine is it is geared toward people like me. So it's geared toward people who are already working, you're working full-time, many of you have family and other obligations. So they keep that in mind. You're only taking one class at a time, although the classes are half the length. So they're half a semester, so I'm able to take 2 per semester. So it does take up some of my weekends. It's one of the reasons you haven't seen me on YouTube as much. Actually, I was working on a video project today for that class, and today is tomorrow actually, is the last day of this certain class, and then my summer classes start. But the program keeps in mind that all of us are in the same boat. We're all working while doing this, and I'm only taking one class at a time. Financial feasibility. Tuition is the expense most commonly associated with the coursework, but there are other financial concerns. Some programs offer accelerated certification with unpaid clinical teaching or internships. Okay, I have seen this actually in the classroom that I work in. There was someone who came in who was doing her teaching internship. I suggest doing it the way that I'm doing. A lot of places will pay you to teach full-time while you're getting certified, and then you don't lose the money. And then you're getting on-the-job training. Instead of basically working for free, you're actually having to pay because you're paying for the class, and it makes it harder to work while you're getting this certification. Maybe not all states and county have this, but I will have to say that a lot of them do have it, and it's not advertised on the website. You have to find it on the down low. I do have a video on this channel all about how to get a provisional teaching license in Virginia, and even if you live in another state, it probably will at least give you a general idea. But if you do go through the traditional route, you will face income loss from the unpaid time, and you'll still be charged the program fees. Convenience and flexibility. You may not live close to the college or university which offers the classes you need. Commuting to classes several times a week may not be sustainable. Distance learning is increasingly popular. So I'm very lucky. Again, mine is geared towards people like me, and there's about three or more, maybe 4 or 5 different counties in the area who are doing this program. This school is about 30 to 45 minutes away from me, so I am so glad that it is online. It is through Zoom. It is not asynchronous. So we do meet at a specific time through Zoom, and everything is due in a specific time, but it's all online, and I'm so glad. And there's other programs that do that as well. For example, over the summer, I took a few classes at University of Phoenix, and their classes are also very affordable. Now, study.com also has a program where you can take some of their classes and it will transfer over to some colleges. I actually have a video on my channel all about how to use study.com for college credit. I will leave that in the cards when I edit this. A customized program. You might like the logistics of online classes, but still want to experience the classroom environment. Blended programs available in some states combine the flexibility and convenience of distance learning with the hands-on experience of a classroom internship. Connect with other educators. There is so much more to your career transformation than the logistics of your formal training. Don't forget to make the human connections. I learned this when teaching online. I have met so many friends online from online teaching that I still have to this day. Educational organizations. Seek out an educational organization in your subject area. Attend lectures and presentations, maybe even invite some of your new coworkers along. Network and make professional connections. Okay, I think this is a great idea. Hard to do while you're teaching full-time and going to school, but a great idea. Publications for educators. Keep up with the latest news and trends in education. Online publications such as Education Week, Education Next, and Chronicle of Higher Education can keep you current on the news affecting educators and give you plenty of good conversation starters with your new coworkers. I've read articles from some of those. What about you guys? Professional colleagues. The relationships you forge with your workmates can be one of the most rewarding parts of your new career. It's natural to feel like a bit of an outsider when you're new, particularly when your background is different than your peers. Don't be bashful about asking for explanations and advice from your fellow teachers. Although you may have come to teaching through a different path, you have a lot of experience and expertise from your previous career. You can certainly learn a lot from other educators. So I have found it particularly hard to meet people in my building just because also I'm only there half day. I'm in the preschool, which is kind of separate from the rest of the school. I mean, it's part of the school, but it isn't. I see resource kids in the afternoon. So I've gotten to know my co-teacher and my mentor really well. So those are relationships that I have. Bring your uniqueness into the classroom. As someone who came to teaching through an alternative certification route, you have something special to give your students. You can enliven classroom discussions with real-life anecdotes about your subject area. You can also help your students see real-world applications for the information they're learning. Your past career experience can help your students see more possibilities. So I think this would be especially good if, let's say, you worked in a field that you're now teaching. So if you worked in the sciences and now you're a science teacher. I have looked into and thought about teaching video production in the high school level. And in that case, I would be able to bring my real world experiences. Now, in this case, I'm doing something totally different, which is fine. I love it. I love working with preschool. I love working with the age group. After you get certified though, you are still going to need to take all the state tests. I have a video on this channel called How I Passed the ESL Praxis the First Time, and I will leave that right here. And I'll give you a hint. Study.com helped me a lot. And Study.com not only helped me with the ESL praxis, but any of the praxises that you want to take, Study.com has a course to help you. And you can also use Study.com to help you with, there's video lessons that you can use to teach students. And this is for teachers and homeschoolers. I will leave this one in the cards right here. Thanks for watching. See you next time.